This is Dabu7 taking a look here at some earthquake activity and looking out at the west coast. Now, here within the past few weeks, we've heard of the talk of the pulsating that was happening underneath of Yellowstone, different pockets, and we know that there's different reservoirs and magma chambers down there, the biggest primarily heading down into the earth and toward the west, the whole track that heads toward the rest of the string of volcanoes that make up that belt in the region, with Yellowstone being the biggest supervolcano of its nature there in the region. And with all of this happening, it raises questions as to what's going on underground. Now, the 6.5 quake that just hit Idaho is just the latest. It was felt far and wide, all the way up in Montana, and people running out of their homes, freaking out. They couldn't believe that they felt shaking like this. Many described it as feeling like they were on a boat out in the ocean when a storm came through. That's how the earth was moving around them, rocking around. It wasn't the shaky, 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 rattle everything like we've seen in some instances. This one was more like a swing back and forth, rocking everything. And there seems to be some swarming still going on in this area. Now, Utah was hit with a decent quake here within the past week or so as well. So the Pacific Northwest is seeing an uptick in odd, very shallow earthquake activity in this region. From Utah, and I will say this as well, this is also in the boundary of the old Craton Plate. Talked about it in the past, where it runs across, it cuts down through this region and starts to inch its way up through here, and then the correlation with all the quakes that's tied into it. The old Craton Plate. Anyhow, that's some of the most recent activity here on the West Coast. Wanted to make a mention of it and do an update here on the activity that we've been seeing. The swarming continues there. We'll continue to monitor it, and if any other major activity pops off, I'll report it as well. Make sure to follow me on Twitter, and also over here on DLive. Starting next week, I'll have a new streaming regiment. It'll be Monday, Wednesday, Friday instead of Monday, Thursday, Friday. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern. Links below.